Hello and welcome back to Mexico News Network's Daily Report, broadcasting from El Dorado Royal Spa Resort by Charisma. Remember to follow us on social, on Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus for more information. And log on to our website, www.mexiconewsnetwork.com. Let's continue with more news. The first photovoltaic power plant in Northeast Mexico will be built in the town of Galeana in the state of Nuevo León. French renewable energy firm Neoen, which is putting up $60 million, will be responsible for building the 100,000 solar panel plant. This project is planned to be built on a 92-acre terrain, where solar panels will be installed and are expected to produce 30 megawatts and will power schools and neighboring municipalities. Will Clean Energy, the photovoltaic power plant, is installed to produce clean energy, and the idea is for it to be made more affordable for the people, for the companies, and in so doing strengthen people's purchasing power and companies' competitiveness, said Neoen Mexico CEO Lionel Boney, quoted in Mexican daily Milenio. Construction is planned to begin a year from now, and the clean energy complex is expected to create 200 direct jobs and encourage the technological development of the state of Nuevo León. Rodrigo Medina, the governor of Nuevo León, was quoted in an article on Obras Web stating that Nuevo León wants to be a leader in generating clean energy, renewable energy, and explained it that entrepreneurs have become major contributors. And have you ever imagined that energy and biogas could be extracted from prickly pears? Well, that is exactly what is being achieved in Mexico. The edible cacti plant, known locally as nopal, can be transformed into energy from biomass, a clean and renewable energy that could eliminate the need for fossil fuels. Nopales grow under minimal care conditions, even in the dry desert regions, which covers 52% of Mexican territory. Because of this, some companies have been working to produce electric energy from it. Basically, the leaves of nopal are shredded and placed in the biodigester, where they start decomposing and generating biogas, which contains 65% methane. This, in turn, feeds an internal combustion engine generator, which produces electric energy. Currently, this method is being produced through a project headed by Juan Manuel Castañeda Muñoz, head of the State Committee of Nopales of Aguascalientes, and it is expected to be easily replicated. Besides, nopales grow with only half of the required amount of water necessary for a cornfield. And that's not all. The residue from the production of biogas can be turned into biofertilizer, a 100% sustainable product. Yes, you might be thinking, but what about the deforestation? Well, no need to worry about that. Nopal plants help retain soil in places where the ground has eroded. Also, they have created a hybrid type of nopal that grows 800 tons per hectare a year, a major increase from the 180 tons produced per hectare a year. There's also plans to produce ethanol as part of the process of obtaining biogas, which could lead up to the substitution of fuel with a clean natural gas. And despite ongoing campaigns, many regions in Mexico and other countries are beginning to experience problems related to a decline in the supply of potable water. According to the United Nations, most water consumed is used for irrigation, which means that rural areas are particularly affected as they experience lower yields in crops and livestock. A recent invention may provide a new solution. Some years ago, the U.S. Department of Agriculture created an extremely absorbent kind of starch named Super Sloper. that was later used for diapers. Sergio Jesus Rico Velasco, a Mexican chemical engineer, realized that the product had a lot of potential for agriculture. Based on that formula, Rico developed what he called solid rain. It basically consists of a powder capable of absorbing massive amounts of water. The idea is to add it to plants in order to provide long-term moisture, foregoing the need of constant rain or irrigation. Only 10 grams of solid rain can absorb 1 liter of water. Once added to the soil, it is capable of maintaining a high level of moisture, which is slowly liberated to feed the plants. Rico went on to found Solid Rain, a company which has been operating in Mexico for 10 years approximately. Due to increased concerns about water shortage, experts have performed several performance tests of the product. The results are surprising, as crops that had Solid Rain applied to the soil yielded an average of 300% more. In an interview with BBS News, Edwin Gonzalez, Solid Rain's vice president, said these products' proven success is starting to get international attention as it is not toxic. It works by encapsulating water, providing up to 10 years of moisture to the ground. So stay with us. We'll be right back with more information on Mexico and the Riviera Maya after these brief messages. Stay with us.